So, beginning of last year, I didn't really pay attention to JLC. My definition of iconic watches was completely different. It was the usual suspect, right? So Rolex, Patek, AP up until they were a joke, of course. But then toward the end of last year, I did this video in collaboration with JLC about the Polaris Perpetual calendar that was released earlier in 2022 at Watches and Wonders. And just right about the time when we were setting up for this video, Kate Khan, the boutique manager, was telling me about the true DNA of JLC, what had really been there since the 1930s as the main pillar of the brand, that is the Reverso, of course. A design that not in a million years I thought I would understand. I didn't think I would like it. I didn't think I would get it. I do now, and I've added one to the collection. This is the Reverso MONOFACE with the red dial. Honestly, I'm excited about that because now I can say, hey, my name is Rida, and I got my first JLC Reverso, and this is why. To put this in the simplest terms on the planet, you've not really got into watches, you've not really understood the context of horology if you've not at some point looked at JLC. No hype game here. Easily available and accessible at boutique, the tribute to duo phase small seconds Reverso is what comes to mind immediately when you think about JLC. You think JLC, you think Reverso, and the way to go is of course the duo phase. Collectors in the know would completely understand this. I mean, the first question that they would ask you is what dial color is the second phase? I know this from you guys because I read a lot of articles online, spoke to a few people on Instagram. Shout out by the way to Belgium Watch Collector. This is his Instagram handle, please give him a follow. Said two things that almost made me go for the duo phase. He said it's a pity to go for a Reverso and not enjoy a two watch option, and he's right. He then added about the MONOFACE to have a plain steel plate for engraving or artwork. What's the point in that? And guess what? He's right again. And with knowing all of that, I knew at the back of my mind that the Reverso MONOFACE small second was going to be the one for two reasons. One, it's the 45mm case by 8.5, right? It's not much difference between it and the duo phase, so you don't want to give out that second phase just because of the small difference, but I still did. And the second reason is that it just says exclusive on the website. It's human nature, you want what's exclusive. This one specifically has a 6 to 9 months wait list in order to get it. I wanted the exclusive one, hence I've gone with the red MONOFACE Reverso. Yeah, that was the second reason really. Truly versatile and can easily be matched to so many strap options even with the red dial. And honestly, even though the height difference is not that much, I still prefer the thinner case. I mean, you guys know that about me. It's like a factor. 101 Rida buying watches. It has to be the thinnest of the thinnest as much as possible. Interchangeability systems on the fly with a double folding buckle that is by far the most comfortable. And when it comes to JLC Reverso, there is no denying to its classic aesthetics. We all know that very well. From its streamlined case to the red dial, I mean, I'm still trying to get my head around how are they able to pair it with different strap colors and still make it work. The Reverso is undeniably a classic watch, but make no mistake, it could be dressed down. And on this topic, yes, it's not a sweatpants and hoodie watch, but it's definitely, with no shadow of a doubt, a t-shirt jeans watch. Especially when the choice is one of those funky color dials. I'm talking about the red, green, and even the blue. I mean, I say this and I have tried the black and white face on brown leather strap. I just thought it would be classic, number one. Two, it's because of the lume. I'm a sucker for lume, right? So I thought it would add a degree of playfulness on this classic thought to be watch, right? But then I realized the red is unusual, also exclusive, and maybe even the next tier up from blue and green. It's a unique rectangle red dial and case that angles on your wrist, so it actually appears smaller than what it reads on the spec sheet, that also flips. Rida today is onboarded to the JLC family twofold. Of course, with the Polaris Green Boutique limited edition acquisition that I've done last year, and once again now adding the DNA of the brand, the Reverso. And honestly, if we watch content creators are partially responsible for hyping up the watch market, which is true, let's at least give credit where it's due and talk about brands that deserves that more. Yes, Vacheron and Lange is still high up for me, but I think JLC definitely deserve more and more from us. Mind you, the entry price point for a Vacheron Vacheron or Elanga is much higher. This stainless steel Reverso is just about $8,800 for this red MONOFACE. The Duo is for shy of $12,000 or something like that, which I still think it's a great entry point. And of course, one can argue that the monetary value or retention on a Vacheron or Elanga is much higher than a Reverso. Reversos are not really holding up. But then in this case, we're not even talking about watches. This is a money topic, which is something on its own altogether. I'm not saying it's not important, because of course you want to put yourself in a position in time, if your likings change, that you can recoup at least 50% of what you paid to go buy another watch. I completely understand that. But this brand in specific is a collection pillar. It should be there. You will never want to get rid of it. You might be beating yourself up, in fact, about not topping up another one. And monetary value for JLC Reversos can vary depending on complication, rarity, and first and foremost, the collector, you. Because it's red, because it's classic, because it's elegant, because it's just easy like that, man. You know, that's the reason. In general, JLC Reverso watches are of high craftsmanship quality, and the level of details that go into making one is unmatched, let alone the fact that the brand had produced over 1,300 complicated movements for other brands as well. And you know what? Let's park this watch talk for a second. Let me just talk to you like this. There's a certain power that comes from speaking your mind and goals, even if you're not writing them down. I personally don't. In 2023, I really want to talk about brands that are worth mentioning, brands with historical value, but brands that also appeal to us regardless of hype, classic and independence included. And yes, this Reverso could be the jump start of that. I'm not telling you that you should go out and buy it. I'm just sharing with you. The JLC Reverso Tribute MONOFACE embodies timelessness with its understated stainless steel case that echoes design code of its roots. It still speaks and evokes that to this day. And this is the one of my choice. This red face Reverso is the one I've gone for. I wanted to put this video out celebrating a milestone, a goal that I've set for myself to hit 100,000 subscribers, which I'm not very far away from achieving, and hopefully with your support I can get there really quick. Guys, I started recording 3 years ago with this guy, with my iPhone. I didn't have a team, I didn't have a crew, I didn't have anyone helping me with edits. I was shuffling it between it and a job at the same time, so it was really difficult. It was a mountain to climb. So to get to where I am today, to get Watch Society to 100,000 subscribers, this is huge for me. This is a milestone, and that's what I implore and encourage you to do in 2023 for your own lives. Set very ambitious goals and promises for yourself, but actually keep those promises. Work on achieving them day by day, small victories, week by week, month by month, and when compounded, they're actually a massive milestone, and celebrate it with something that is worth it. Celebrate it with something that you think is worth it. For me, this is how I've celebrated my 100,000 subscribers, strong potential 100,000 subscribers, with this red dial MONOFACE small second Reverso. And at a personal level, if you guys would like to see a video on who was Rida before versus Rida today, life and work-wise, business call it, let's say we get more than 100 comments requesting the same, I'll happily do it. And just to remind you quickly that you are amazing. The watch you pick is the best watch in the world. It doesn't have to be this Reverso, it doesn't have to be a Rolex, it doesn't have to be anything outside of your choice. You're a big part of Watch Society's channel success. Have a beautiful rest of the day or night, depending on where you are in the world. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
I can tell you meditating my silence, but I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake fans gon' pile up.